Hello everyone and welcome to Valamore Things. Feel free to follow me to see more of my content. Thank you and I hope you'll enjoy the video. Hello guys and welcome back to another gameplay video. Today we're playing with Aetherdrift cards, Affinity cards. I know you like it, I know my channel is famous for that. So what do we have here? Memory Guardian. 5 mana, which one of those is blue. Affinity for artifacts, flying 3/4 Peter. And Voyage Home, it's a 7 mana, 2 specific, 1 white, 1 blue, sorcery. Affinity for artifacts, you draw 3 cards and you gain 3 life. This might be the most busted between the 3 cards we're playing today from Aetherdrift. And the last one is Demonic Junker, 7 mana, 1 is black. Affinity for artifacts, when this vehicle enters, for each player destroy up to 1 target field that player controls. If a creature you control was destroyed this way, put 2+1/+1 counters on this vehicle. Crew 2, and that's a 4/3. So this thing here is basically working as an additional removal while still being a kind of a threat to our opponents. Voyage Home, I know this card has been criticized by my friends. I play Magic the Gathering with them since 20 years, so they know the game. They are all like, nah, I don't love this card, it's too expensive, it's too slow, does nothing, just play Thoughtcast or Thought Monitor, it's way better. I don't think the same, and I'll prove this point in this league. This card is just absurd. When you have nothing else to do, you're left with no resources, you have 1-2 cards in hand, you slam this, maybe when your opponent is stepped out, even though we don't really have that many counter spells in the metagame today. You slam this card and you draw whatever you need. 3 cards and 3 life is a lot. And stay with me, because in this league you will see the potential of Voyage Home. Memory Guardian is a very good beater, very balanced, cheap, solid, flying, nothing else to say. We have another Aetherdrift cards in the sideboard, which is Grim Bauble. It's a black artifact, 1 black mana. When this artifact enters, target creature and opponent controls gets -2/-2 until end of turn. If you pay 3 and you sacrifice, you survey 2. This is just there against Boros, honestly. But I just wanted to try one of these. The deck in general, it's classic Affinity list. The only thing is that we're not playing Kappa Cannoneer, and since I don't have enough money to afford it, I cannot play Tamiyo. So I choose Esper Sentinel instead, but if I had the money, this Esper Sentinel would have been Tamiyo. 100% Tamiyo, it's just way too good. Considering that we are playing Voyage Home and Thought Monitor, Tamiyo is just too good. Other than that, our game plan is easy. We want to control the board with little interaction in the form of a Portable Hole and Metallic Rebuke. Starting playing a few threats like Esper Sentinel and the Refurbished Familiar, which are usually 2 for 1s. Oh, hi, you cannot see it, but here's my dog. We have Mox Opal to accelerate, Tormod Crypt, and a few other, Pithing Needle, Lavaspur Boots, Haywire Mite, and 1 Springleaf Drum with Urza Saga. The Springleaf Drum is there because sometimes you already have Mox Opal, and you really need to have another mana on that turn to look for with Saga, and you cannot grab the second Mox Opal, so you just grab Springleaf Drum and tap, I don't know, the Familiar or the Sentinel, and you have the mana you need. So it's just a one-off utility. The mana base is 6 colored land with Spire of Industry and Glimmervoid, and 8 artifact lands and 1 Hallowed Fountain. And that's basically it. So, oh yeah, the sideboard. Dispatch. If I had the money, I think 3 of this, or maybe even 4 of this dispatch, would have been probably consigned to memory. And yeah, but I cannot afford consigned to memory, it's too expensive, so here we are with Dispatch. Whipflare against Boros, and a few other Saga toolboxes. Haywire Mite, Nihil Spellbomb, Pithing Needle, the second one. Soga Lantern, and 3 copies of Damping Sphere, which is good. I've been mid, but still playable against Eldrazi, and it's very good against Amulet Titan and Grinding Station and the War Bridge. So, okay, this is the deck. Stay tuned for the league coming in a second. Okay, here we are, game 1 against Pitch Pulse. I'm afraid that we are facing control, but I'm not sure about that. But usually Island Go usually means control. So we have a decent hand with Esper Sentinel, Urza Saga, and Mox Opal. So double Sentinel, if that's control, double Sentinel is actually very good. Yeah, Meticulous Archive's Prismatic Ending, yes, that's control. Knew about that. By the way, with these cards were, I would say, pretty fine against control. I would have loved another land here, but nothing to do. I mean, I play like 19 lands, 18? I don't even remember the exact number. Okay, so Brain Surge, and we draw 2 cards. Here comes the land I wanted. So, as you can see, Voyage Home is pretty easy castable, even on next turn probably, if we grab the Springleaf Drum and we don't want to make the construct, which won't happen, I think. Teferi, and we managed to draw 1, so Sentinel gave us 3 cards. Okay, and he doesn't bounce anything. He could have bounced Sentinel, so I didn't have 3 artifacts to activate Opal. That's a stupid move. Sorry, opponent. Well, I would have created the token in response, so yeah, he's probably right. Okay, so look at how many things are putting in the battlefield. How many things. I think I just won, by the way. Is that 15 damage? Oh, okay, Solitude, right. Well, we now have a ton of HP. And I don't even need the Voyage Home. But imagine how many cards can I draw with Voyage Home. Supreme Verdict, that's fine since I have Lavaspur Boots. And we draw 1 off the Sentinel, so it's 4 cards given by the Sentinel. Okay. So at this point, Familiar, they discard 1, which is a Spell Snare. And they cannot even interact with the Familiar right now. I just decide to swing into my opponent's face. And I still can't cast the Voyage Home. Okay, now that's a problem. I wanted to counter, but that's the fairy, right? Now that's a problem because I will 100% slam Voyage Home into Narset. Look at me. Yes, I am so stupid. Gosh. Okay, they decided to counter my... Because that was lethal, that's why they countered my Demonic Junker. So, opponent only has 1 card in hand and Narset. Oh, Wandering Emperor? I might actually lose this. I need to top deck a creature. Wandering Emperor? What? Okay. I guess. Oh, and that's a Memory Guardian. Nice. I think I just won. Yep, that's GG. So that's a mulligan. That's another mulligan because I didn't have any artifact to activate my lands. Mulligan to 5. Against control, it's not something I'm really happy to begin with. Okay. I might be able to play Familiar. Counterspell. Yeah. Gosh, I think I think Counterspell is the card in the entire game that I hate the most. Oh, Stony Silence. I don't have an answer to this. I boarded out Portable Hole. Yeah, it's just better to concede. Oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh. It's just better to concede, yes. This hand is better than the one we previously had. We have Esper Sentinel again, turn 1. That's a pretty decent start. I love this. Okay, so we have Saga. I can even play Shadowspear probably. Oh, and they have a Solitude, right. Okay, that's a shame. Well, I am afraid of the goddamn Wrath of the Skies. That thing completely annihilates us, and I don't have an answer right now. And I don't have the mana to make a construct and swing this same turn, so I have to pass. Okay, end of turn we make the construct. Do they have the second Solitude? It always feels like they are playing like 20 Solitude instead of 4. They fetch. Okay, they fetch again. Dress Down. Okay. That's a really tough matchup for us. Wrath of the Sky, Supreme Verdict, Dress Down, Solitude. I mean that's really hard. Okay, next turn I can slam. Jesus. Okay, another Dress Down, sure. I can slam Voyage Home next turn. By the way, they are stuck on 2 lands. This is giving us a huge opening. Hopefully they don't recover. Okay. By the way, I can give haste over the Dress Down ability because layering works like that. So it first loses all of his abilities and after that I give him haste. So we're good to go. So they don't have double blue. I can, and here comes the Solitude. I told you they played like 20 copies. Right? Solitude, that's fine. I'm slamming the Voyage Home now. And look at how beautiful that was. How beautiful that was. We have another Opal, which we don't like, but Brain Surge, I love this card. I love this card. I want to test it in like, perhaps Dredge. Oh, Memory Guardian. It's good. Opponent is stepped out. I can equip the Lavaspur Boots on the Guardian. They have triple Solitude? What did I told you 1 second ago? My god. Let's go, Haywire Mite. Beat them to death. Haste, Lifelink, Trample, Ward 1. This thing is a goddamn huge steroids, Haywire Mite. Okay. What is up, opponent? You are skewing. And I love that. I can perhaps make a token and equip with Lavaspur Boots. And no, Harkle's Recall. What? How am I supposed to win this? Now 3 Solitudes are gone, okay. 1 Supreme Verdict is gone. Double Dress Down is gone. Opponent is doing nothing though. And my Saga is still kicking. That's the case where I want the Springleaf Drum. Force of Negation? Bro, let me play. Oh god. Another Supreme Verdict is gone. He doesn't have, okay, Prismatic Ending, sure. He doesn't have double white for Wrath of the Skies. And he's already down to 12, by the way. Okay, another Mox Opal. I'm gonna equip my Memory Guardian. This guy is a huge beater. Lifelink, Trample, Flying, 4/5. This guy is big. It's massive. So we have portable holes in case this guy will play Stony Silence. Sure, Narset, that's okay. They find the Leyline Binding, please. Okay. I mean, my opponent is doing absolutely nothing other than disrupting me. They don't have a single win con, so I kill the binding and I get back my Memory Guardian. Oh, Refurbished Familiar. That's nice. They had another Force of Negation. Okay. I think opponent... I will swing the Narset, so I don't give them any opening other than their single top deck. Let's see if we win. Yes, we do! We beat control. I mean, that was harsh and annoying. Look here. Solitude, 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 Dress Down, Dress Down. Heartless Recall, Prismatic Ending, Force of Negation. God, bro, chill. Double Supreme Verdict. Gosh. Well, 1-0 in this league, not bad. Okay, that's match number 2 against Eldrazi's. So I can assure you that Eldrazi is like probably the single worst matchup we have. Almost every single card that they play is completely built to destroy us. By the way, we have like a super start. And they discard, of course, the Pojuka Bug. A super start, and next turn we can play Monitor and stay open for Rebuke. That's a K command. I mean, this card is wrong on so many levels. That's an instant, and this shouldn't be an instant. It offers you 2 choices. It shouldn't. By the way, I just conceded to Karn. You may remove something on the battlefield. Remove something in the graveyard. You can ramp, and you can find the bomb you're looking for. This is just beyond busted. Whoever says this card is balanced never played Magic and knows nothing about Magic. This card was a mistake, in my opinion. This should get banned. Eldrazi feels like it's built to beat Affinity. K-Command is like super good, we can do anything about it. Karn, main deck Karn? Like no one suffers from Karn. Only Affinity and Grinding Station probably. This is just insanely good. Mycospawn? Oh gosh. Well, that was easy, painless. Okay, so that's a mulligan. That's a mulligan to 5. Decent hand, but that's not quite it. They always have Eldrazi Temple, I swear to God. Damping Sphere. Okay, Utopia Sprawl. Utopia. Mycospawn, sure, why not? Mycospawn on Gauss Quarter? Okay. That's why we need Consign to Memory. I mean, and I'm just sitting here with a bunch of nothing. I'm staying open for Metallic Rebuke just in case. Another Mycospawn. And the other broken thing is that these guys, Eldrazi's, are the only tribal that works on when you cast this spell. Imagine if Goblin Matron was when you cast this spell, grab a Goblin. No, it has to enter the battlefield. Why Eldrazi's are when you cast this spell? I don't know if you remember when Eldrazi's were first released, like on Zendikar. What was it, 2013? I don't really remember. They were already busted and they had to ban like that goddamn land. I don't remember the name. It gives you 2 mana, by the way. And also Kozilek's Return, another card, and World Breaker, Examining Saga or whatever. Oh gosh, it's unplayable. It's unplayable. Eldrazi's are too busted. Doesn't make any sense. Back in the days, Eldrazi's were like an aggro deck or mid-range deck with Fauna Seer, the Mimich, and all of that. Eldrazi Temple, Sanctum of Eugene, all that. What was the name of the land that was banned? Eye of Eugene? Yeah, Eye of Eugene probably. They were busted already in 2013. Yeah, sure, sowing Mycospawn, Kickering, killing my Saga, sure, why not? That's like the third goddamn Mycospawn you play in 18 cards. Can you play something else? Can't you play the goddamn Karn when I have 2 Spire of Industries? No, sorry, I'm being way salty than usual today, but I really hate Eldrazi. Well, 1-1 in this league, let's see if we can get back to the 4-1. Okay. That's a slow hand, and I don't know who are we playing against. And I can see the client is a bit messy. Oh, we're playing against Boros. That's not that bad in my opinion. Could have been worse. But we have a very slow hand, so I don't know what is happening right now. Okay, God of Souls into Ajani. Our hand is too slow to keep up this pace, I think. For Raven Charm, what was that? So look at this card. It's common, by the way, it's common. 2 mana in white, instant. Damage equal to twice the number of creatures you control to target creature, which means in this deck it's already 8 damage for 2 mana. Destroy target enchantment, because why not? Exile any number of target players' graveyards. All in one, all for 2 mana. Of course, in the main deck. I think this was another mistake made in Modern Horizon 3, alongside all the other mistakes that were made. Raven Charm is just a straight up busted common, the most busted common in the format right now. Okay, we're down 1 game, but I'm not afraid of Boros. We have a good sideboard against it. Okay, that's a keep. I'm not playing Mox Opal unless I have a reason to. By the way, Esper Sentinel are out, and 3 of the 4 Thought Monitors are out, and also 1 Demonic Junker and 1 Refurbished Familiar, and we have all the dispatches in. And also, oh, what was the name of that card? The Artifact Pyroclasm. Sorry, my memory is not working great. So, by the way, we managed to get rid of 1 Guide of Souls and also of the other one. We now have a Memory Guardian, winning the race over the Ranger Captain Eos. We also can sacrifice Grim Bauble. Oh, another Guide of Souls. Static Prison, that's okay. I can grab the Static Prison, by the way, if I need to. Okay, end of turn, I'm probably sacking the Grim Bauble. Oh, okay. Saga is not bad at this point. It's gonna be hard for me to come back from here. Do they have another Raven Charm? Gosh. This card is busted. So I decided to get rid of the Guide of Souls, because without Guide of Souls and 3 Guide of Souls already gone, sooner or later my Static Prison, my Memory Guardian would come out of the Static Prison. So they only have 2 lands they are floating at this point. I'm gonna play the Familiar. They discard another land. Yes, they are floating, really harsh. They saw another land, which was insane. I have to speed up things because the client is not working. So they swing to me and Static Prison is down to 0 now. Next turn, Memory Guardian will come back. And I draw the only Thought Monitor still in the deck. Oh, they have Discharge. I draw 2. I play a Tormod Script and a Memory Guardian. But they got 2 new energies from the Galvanic Discharge, so Opponent passes. Back to us. We have an Haywire Mite, but I don't feel like playing it and break the static prison. There's no need to. The prison will break sooner or later. And opponent conceded because in 3 cards they don't have a single answer to what I have on the battlefield. The next turn, Memory Garden will come back to the battlefield under my side. So, yep. In 2 turns, sorry. No, this turn, I think. The next one. Sorry. Yep. As I told you, we just need a bit of sideboard to get rid of Boros. And okay. Yeah, the client is somehow fucked up. Okay, we might have a decent hand. So the replay is completely fucked up. So that's the basic start for my opponent, like Guide of Souls into Ajani. By the way, we have Portable Hole, which is very good and effective. They cannot break it with Raven Charm. Oh, okay. Static Prison, sure. They have 4 energy, 6 energy right now. I think we are too far behind. We really need a Master Remover or something to get back on track. It's gonna be very hard for us to come back here. So I can go like Saga, open for Rebuke or Dispatch. Is Dispatch online? Yes, it is. Okay, so they have to pay for the Haywire Mite. I don't know why though. Okay, Bombardment. I'm not allowed to have Bombardment enter the battlefield. And now I'm gonna take a huge amount of damage. Gosh, it's gonna be really hard. They only have 1 card in hand though. I'm going down to 4. Oh gosh. Look at how I'm coming back from here. Just look. So we have a construct token and a dispatch are only answers to what my opponent is doing right now. Okay. So Static Prison, they pay. They don't have another creator, so why they stay back with Guide of Souls in Dajani? Okay, so we block the Cat Warrior. Hopefully they don't have a red permanent in hand. Ajani flips, but I don't really care at this point. They have another land. Okay, how many do they play? And they see another land on top. Okay. So, oh, Voyage Home. That's nice. I think I'm gonna grab probably Mox Opal to play the Demonic Junker. Okay, so opponent pays for the Haywire Mite to stay in prison. And they don't have another red permanent, luckily. At this point, I can slam the Familiar. They discard the only card they have, which was Arena of Glory. Now, we create the Demonic Junker and we swing. Opponent has to block in order not to die. I don't really care about Ajani. I'm leaving Ajani there at this point. Okay, opponent has no cards in hand. And we win against Boros. What a comeback! I think my opponent made a mistake by not attacking with all the creators he had. And also probably keeping Haywire Mite in prison was not a good idea. They should have used the energy to pump another of their creators at some point. That's my opinion, but I'm not sure. Wow. Saga did a great job, and also Demonic Junker was really good here. And we didn't have the time really to play Voyage Home. We were too much behind, but just in case we could have. And we had Rebuke to interact with. So that's 2-1. See you in a second for match number 4. Okay, on the play for match number 4 against Fervent 05. That's probably all one. And we play an Esper Sentinel. So if we draw like a Mox Opal, we might as well cast Voyage Home on the very next turn. Yeah, that's all one. They play, I think, Starfire for more card types in the graveyard. By the way, Demonic Junker once more doing his job as a 7 mana removal. Not bad, by the way. And it counts as an artifact on the battlefield, which is relevant in many cases. Voyage Home, as you can see, it's busted. Another Voyage Home because I love drawing cards. So I play an Haywire Mite and probably another Opal and Thought Monitor, and we draw many cards. Now our opponent is so far behind. And it's easy to animate Junker, as I said, out of Familiar and Monitor. Opponent is already down to 11. I should have probably stayed up for Rebuke, but Burning Inquiry, that's okay. We draw one off the Sentinel, and they managed to discard 2 Sagas, but we draw another one. I don't really like Bowmasters. I mean, Affinity might actually be viable in this metagame because Bowmasters is not played anymore. So, well, by the way, we have Portable Hole. I mean, imagine Bowmasters hitting us after a Voyage Home. That's basically GG. Opponent has no cards in hand, an army token, nothing to do, and they just decided to concede even though it's not being displayed here. We just won because opponent has nothing to do against such a huge board. Memory Garden is a very good beater. I think we won this game thanks to Voyage Home, Demonic Junker, and Memory Garden. The fact that Demonic Junker is a removal with legs and Memory Garden is flying. Why is Memory Garden better than, I don't know, Frog Me Reinforcer or Me Reinforcer, Sojourner's Companion? It's just because Memory Garden flies. One less point of attack, but this thing flies. And that's relevant in most games, I think. I should rethink a list with Memory Garden and Cranial Plating probably, but we'll talk about this later. 1-0 in match number 5. Let's check out game number 2. Okay, I think that's a mulligan to 6. We have double Portable Hole though. And in the sideboard, we brought out Monitors, 1 Junker, 1 Familiar, 1 Voyage Home, and I think I brought in all the graveyard hate I had and these patches. Also, 1 Needle is out. Okay, they have looting, but we're ready with Tormod Crypt in case. What's that? Rough? Tumble. We don't really have creative without flying, so I don't see the point in playing this. Maybe they think we have Ornithopter or Memnites. This only hit Esper Sentinel. Sorry. Okay. Arena of Glory. Sure. Blood Moon. Oh, no. Metallic Rebuke. So, I love this version of Affinity because the gameplay is very linear and simple. You have little interaction, huge beaters, and a bunch of 2-for-1s. Portable Hole, cheap removal, gets rid of the first threats. Metallic Rebuke, mid-game, you counter the first big bomb of your opponent, while you are backed up, in this case even the second bomb, because if this was to resolve, we were pretty dead. And even the second threat of your opponent, in this case, In the meantime, you are beating with mediumly large creatures like Memory Guardian and maybe 1 or 2 construct tokens, while you get value out of Tamiyo or Esper Sentinel in this case, and 2-for-1s every single time. It's not bad. Saga usually is a 3-for-1 portable hole. Count as an artifact, so you kind of 2-for-1. Familiar is 2-for-1. Monitor is 3-for-1. Voyage Home is 3-for-1. Demonic Junker is 2-for-1. So Esper Sentinel is probably like 2-for-1, 3-for-1, 4-for-1, like the first match we had against Control. By the way, we're annihilating our opponent. And I just decided to exile his graveyard. They go Burning Inquiry, but they don't have many cards in hand. They have to eat all of one. They don't, and they concede. We are 3-1 in this league, which is fabulous. They really had no chance. I feel like with the good start, something like, I don't know, Inquiry into all of one, something else, like turn 1, Marauding Mako, turn 2, Inquiry, all of one, and I don't know, Tarfire on my Sentinel or whatever. That's the only chance they have to win, because Hollow One is bigger than Memory Guardian, and that's a problem. I cannot hit Hollow One with Portable Hole, that's another problem. But with the sideboard, with Dispatch, Junker, all of that, they cannot really do much. They don't have that many threats. We just need a bit of time to, build up the board, and after that it's over. Meltdown is a problem, and also Blood Moon is a problem, but luckily I had Metallic Rebuke. Gameplay is simple. Okay, stay tuned for the final match, match number 5. So that's match number 5. You see, guys, I learned the differences between games and matches. That's Mulligan to 5. Opponent is on Zoo, probably. That's not really that easy of a matchup. Oh, it's not Zoo. Okay. That's the elemental thing. With Birthing Ritual, Nissa, the Reef. Another Birthing Ritual? Okay. So I really need to stay open for Rebuke. They only have 1 card in hand, so... No, I shouldn't have had. No. That was greedy. I should have waited 1 turn. Yep, that was greedy. Now that they can find Homnath. No. Okay. Okay, now this might be a problem. We're gonna grab the Birthing Ritual and hold up Rebuke. And I think the race is still on our side. They only have 1 card in hand. Do they play Cavern of Souls? If they do, we might be in trouble. Okay, down to 18. That's fine. I need a Voyage Home. Voyage Home? No? Tormod's Crypt is probably the single most useless card in this matchup. But you have to pay the price. It's useful against almost every other deck. So, opponent now has 2 cards in hand. 3 the next turn. Do they have Cavern of Souls? What's this? Put a +1/+1 on target elemental. If you control 8 or more lands, draw a card. It's not that good. It's like a removal, but it's not the best Omnath. They probably play even the other one though. Okay, I love this brew though. Okay, Esper Sentinel, that's something. At least can hold the race against an Omnath. No, that's a 4/4. Should I block or should I beat? I'm not good in math. I beat he goes down to 5. I go down to 10. Harbinger, okay. They choose Titania. Oh, and here comes the Cavern of Souls. And they pump the Harbinger. Okay, I have to block. I think I'm losing this. I need a Voyage Home. I absolutely need Voyage Home. Please. That's not Voyage Home. We are 15 cards deep and not a single Voyage Home. Oh, another monitor. I mean, I play 4 and 4. What's that? Ephemerate. Nope. Rebuke. I don't want you to trigger once more. Okay, they go down to 6. Now, I can't do much against Titania. They have Cavern of Souls. Nice. Nice deck. We might be in trouble. Even though we have Dispatch in the sideboard, so we can get rid of these big bombs here. Okay, they swing. Block. That's okay. What else? Nope. That's GG. I mean, we had a decent start. By the way, what is out? Pithing Needle out. Tormod Crypt out. Grim Bauble 2 monitors. And in 4 dispatches and Haywire Mite. By the way, we floated so hard and we were a bit unlucky. So I hope they don't play Wrath of the Skies. Voice of Resurgence, okay. That's a good combo. That's a good combination, by the way. Oh, they fizzle. That's strange. We're going to beat them with, Construct and grabbing the Mox Opal, of course. So now I can try to beat them like this and stay open for Rebuke. And of course they have the Cavern of Souls. Was that the right move to actually counter the Birthing Ritual, the second one? Oh, Flicker Wisp. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Okay. But they can sack the Flicker Wisp and find Omnath. That's the proper Omnath. But I have Demonic Junker. Huh. I love my Junker. Okay. I'm scared. So that's a Springleaf Drum. That's the kind of situation I was saying previously. So I can tap. I should have tapped the Memory Guardian and. Oh no, right. Better stay up for Rebuke. Play it safely. So they block and they take 3 damage. The fact that this guy is flying is really good. Thanks, Flicker Wisp. Okay, they down to 9. We have 2 huge beaters and Memory Guardian. Okay, Nissa. Trigger. Vesper get back Reason Reef. Sure. I love this deck. I love this deck opponent. Okay, Nissa. Sack. Grabs Voice of Resurgence. Trigger. Sack Voice. Trigger. Grab. Trigger from the Reason Reef. Oh, they don't grab anything. Lavaspur Boots. Equip the Shadowspear, and we win easily. So, as you can see, they need time to build into that monstrous value that it's worth of. We were just faster. Double Saga at the start. 1 chirurgical Metallic Rebuke. I don't think that's actually English, right? How do you say? I don't think that's English. Never mind. My Italian friends got it. That was a very, picky Metallic Rebuke. Well, 1-on-1. Let's see if we win and we grab the 4-1. I think my sideboard stayed the same. And we finally have a decent hand with 7 cards. This mana base is a little bit fucked up, in my opinion. Birthing Ritual, we draw 1, but I don't really like the Ritual. Luckily we have Haywire Mite just in case. So they have Voice or Nissa or what? Thunderkin Awakener, okay. Sure, I'm gonna take one. I need a black mana. Gosh. My mana base is a little bit fucked up. They sack the Awakener, grab Nissa. Nissa needs to go right now. So dispatch is the first thing I do. Memory Guardian and beat with both Haywire Mite and Esper Sentinel. By the way, they are already down to 13. Oh, Pyroclasm. Yeah, sure. We gain 2 life. That's a 2 for 1. Nothing special. They only have 3 cards in hand. We are already so far ahead. And just in case we even have Voyage Home for later situations. So probably end of turn construct, my turn constant, grab Opal, slam, familiar or Voyage Home or whatever, win the game. Lavaspur Boots, I don't know. What do they do? Solitude, oh, that's unexpected. And they sack the Solitude. Oh gosh, Edishnorn, what? Okay. Voyage Home. Oh god, that's what I'm talking about, baby. I should have grabbed the Birthing Ritual though. I should have grabbed the Birthing Ritual. Now we're vulnerable to Flicker Wisp. They're down to 7. I mean, they have to find a solution or they have to block with Elishnorn the next turn. What do they grab? Flicker Wisp. Yes, that's it. Okay, so they blink 1 flicker. They... Okay, yeah, sure. Even preventing me from drawing. This actually bought them a good amount of time, but we have Demonic Junker. So, Familiar, you discard whatever you have, which was a Cavern of Souls. Junker, get rid of that creature. Get rid of Birthing Ritual, swing. So they only have 1 card in hand. Now they draw. And that's a Flamekin Harbinger. Okay, I guess. They grab a Reason Reef? Okay. Back to us. Metallic Rebuke. We cannot counter the Reason Reef, but we animate Demonic Junker, and I don't really care, I just swing with everything. Okay, they block, they go down to 5. This is looking good. Reason Reef doing absolutely nothing. That's okay. I should have rebuked, probably, preventing them to cast something else. Pyroclasm, that's where Rebuke comes in handy. That's good. So, why is he playing Pyroclasm? He has so many 1 Constitution creators, so I don't know. That's a deck with huge potential, but needs probably a bit of tuning. Okay, we now swing again. Opponent probably blocking the Sentinel. Yep, going down to 1. Do you have a solution? Do you have a solution? Probably, since it didn't concede. Oh, another Junker. We animate the Junker with swing. Okay, Leyline Binding. What? Why did they play Leyline Binding on the Familiar? Did they just misclick? What? Well, that's a 4-1, guys. Let's see what I want to talk about in wrap-up. Here I am talking about this deck. That's a 4-1. I'm very happy about it. And I have to admit, every single card in this deck was incredibly good at a certain point. Sentinel did a great job, even though Tamio would have probably been better. Memory Guardian was a solid beater and won many of the games we won by himself. Demonic Junker was really good. Affinity needed a removal like this one. Maybe 3 copies main deck, it's a bit too much, but 2 copies I would play. Voyage Home was just busted, in my opinion. 3 cards are a lot. we don't really need to play Thoughtcast anymore. Thoughtcast only give us 2 cards and we usually cast it soon. With all the 2-for-1 little interaction we have in this list, Voyage Home is better than Thoughtcast. So I will give Memory Garden a 10 out of 10. I will give Demonic Junker an 8 out of 10. And Voyage Home a 9 out of 10. That's my rating. And so behind the scenes, I played 6 leagues with this deck. 4 times I went 3-2 with slightly different lists, and 2 times I went 4-1 with this list here. And no Tamiyo, no Consign to Memory. That's very cheap to play. Oh yes, and every card I have here, almost every card, I rent the cards on Card Hoarder. I'm not sponsored or anything, I just love their service, so go check it out. With like $20 a month, you can rent 250 ticks, which will allow you to play this deck. 20 a month, it's not that bad, and you can play, and when you don't want to play, you just give back the cards, cancel the subscription, and you're done. So it's a very good service, go check it out. By the way, I'm very happy with this deck, and I think with a little bit of tuning and a little bit of probably the best cards like Consign and Tamiyo, this could be, at the moment, a very competitive deck. We only suffer like Eldrazi and perhaps Urza, that Ketramosy thing. I think with a bit of tuning, we might be able to keep it up with them. I think my mana base is not that great, and I also think that the sideboard might need a bit of tuning, and as I said, main deck probably replacing Esper Sentinel with Tamiyo. And that's it. So, okay, thank you guys for staying with me during this league. I hope you had fun like I did. And please subscribe to the channel and leave a comment and leave a like. And see you in the next video very soon.